Hey, I think I need your guys' help on this one. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just announced their new class of inductees, and Mariah Carey, again, has been denied entry. And I'm trying to figure out why they continue to deny her entry into the Rock Hall of Fame. Now, I did a short video on this when she was denied entry last year, and one of the common comments that I was getting was, well, she's not rock and is in no way indicative of rock and roll. Well, a lot of rock and roll Hall of Famers are not rock or even rock adjacent. She would not be the first pop nor R&B artist to be nominated here. And it's not like we're talking about somebody who would be on the fringe success-wise. Like, did she do enough? Did she have enough longevity, make enough of an impact, have enough commercial success? This is Mariah Carey we're talking about, and we're gonna get to her accolades and accomplishments, but again, she would not be the first pop artist to gain entry. Sheryl Crow is in the Rock Hall of Fame, Carly Simon, Janet Jackson, but not Mariah Carey? Like, I don't know who's got a grudge with Mariah Carey. And props to this year's inductees. I mean, you've got Outkast, you've got Soundgarden, The White Stripes, Joe Cocker, Chubby Checker, and Cyndi Lauper. But like, how the hell does Cyndi Lauper get in and not Mariah Carey? Like, by comparison, and I'm not trying to throw anybody else's legacy under the bus, but Cyndi Lauper's first hit was in '83, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, and her last hit was in '89. So she had about 6 years of peak relevancy. Mariah Carey's first #1 hit, and we're gonna get back to #1 hits, but her first #1 hit was in 1990. Mariah Carey's was in 1990, and her most recent #1 hit was in 2008. So we're talking about 28 years of longevity, and I'm talking about #1 hits. Now, when it comes to #1 hits, Mariah Carey has 19 #1 hits. That puts her second of all time for any artist ever. The only artist she's behind in #1 hits is the Beatles. So the Beatles, I believe, have 20. Mariah Carey has 19, which puts her above Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson, Eminem, Elvis Presley, Drake, Madonna, Janet Jackson, you name it. There is only one artist ever who's got more #1 hits than Mariah Carey. And again, her longevity spans from 1990 to 2008. So this isn't a Cyndi Lauper situation where you came by for a few years and you made an impact. No, Mariah Carey spans generations. And before somebody says, well, she's just a pop product who didn't have any talent outside of her singing, and she basically had all of these hits handed to her. No, if you look at, for instance, Cyndi Lauper's, and I'm sorry I keep bringing this up, but this is the same Hall of Fame nomination class, which again, Cyndi Lauper was inducted, Mariah Carey was not. Cyndi Lauper did not write Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Mariah Carey did write Always Be My Baby, Dream Lover, Fantasy, One Sweet Day with Boys to Men. Mariah Carey actually was the chief lyricist in several of her hits. So we're not talking about somebody who just shows up to the studio and does nothing else but sing a song that was handed to her. That's not what we're talking about here. And by the way, if you look at other pop artists today, from Beyonce to you name it, you will see several songwriters alongside that primary artist. That's not the case with Mariah Carey. You'll get like maybe one other songwriter, and that other songwriter is often the producer or composer, where you then look at, well, who was the lyricist, and you will see Mariah Carey's name standing alone. So it's not like we're talking about somebody who only had a great voice, which, by the way, in her early career, I'm talking about songs like Emotion or Emotions, or there were like 4 #1 hits from her debut album. She had a legendarily high octave and wide range. Her voice, in a different way than Whitney Houston, was a legendary voice. Now, there is a lot of pop effects processing apparently on her voice in her most recent hits, but again, she either wrote or co-wrote a lot of those hits, and again, you can't argue with the longevity. Not to mention, she's got like the greatest Christmas song of what, the past 40 years? I mean, this song keeps on going #1 every time Christmas comes around. This is one of those Christmas songs that's up there with the White Christmas, Here Comes Santa Claus, Jingle Bells. Like, All I Want for Christmas is in that pantheon of celebrated Christmas hits. And again, what other new Christmas song can you think of from like the 80s till now? What, that Wham! George Michael Christmas hit, Last Christmas, or maybe Kelly Clarkson's Underneath the Tree? They're not that many, but All I Want for Christmas is a classic, courtesy of Mariah Carey. So yeah, I don't get what's going on here with her continued multiple time denial of Rock Hall of Fame entry. Again, if they were just denying pop artists in general, then it's like, okay, well, you know, you either have to be rock or rock adjacent. There are now several rap and hip hop acts as well. There are a lot of non-rock acts. There are country acts. There are other pop acts. And hello, Mariah Carey was nominated. So it's not like she's not being considered. She's being considered. It's like they're nominating her and then deciding, nope. Again, 19 #1 hits, second all time. And she's got 6 #1 albums and several other top 10 albums. So she's had a legendary career, but for whatever reason, and again, I don't know who's got an axe to grind against her, but Mariah Carey continues to be denied Hall of Fame entry, even though she's got almost 30 years of peak relevancy. It's unbelievable. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I mean, some people are just saying things like, well, she hasn't had that amazing voice for like several years. Well, she's still an immensely successful recording artist. And by the way, if she lost that high octave decades ago, then it's even more of a credit to her artistry. Again, she's writing a lot of these songs, a credit to her artistry that without the golden voice, she's been able to maintain success throughout the decades. So yeah, I'm just blown away by her continued denial. But yeah, let me know what you think about her deservingness of Rock Hall of Fame status. Again, I could rattle off a bunch of other names that are in the Rock Hall of Fame that couldn't hold a candle to Mariah Carey, talent-wise, career success-wise, any of that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you love music like I do. I'm Woog. Thanks for tuning in.